Major League. Adding fog with the FOGDOG, straight to the top with the pace drop. Pace too hot, you can't keep up when he heats up and takes the lead. And all you see is Drake University. So it's time to subscribe for the best alive and go stride for stride with the Batman pride. It's Adding Fog coming at you with the Top Dog exclusive. It's Adding Fog exclusive. Adding Fog, FOGDOG. Subscribe now for the Top Dog.
Alright, so it's been a big couple of weeks since Hengelo 5k, and yeah, coming into London Diamond League was in the Emsley Carr Mile. Diamond League debut, I did run at Stockholm, but it was a non-Diamond League pre-program 1500. So London was my first proper Diamond League experience, and it was a good one to have as a first Diamond League. 60,000 people in the crowd. Got to do jog and strides at the track the day before. And see the stadium and stuff, and then the following day it was absolutely jam-packed. Felt really good going into it. It was a strong field, and it was the Emsley Carr Mile, which is quite a famous race. It always historically was at the Diamond League, and so it's been won by some pretty high-level runners, and then last year it was a local BMC meet, so I was able to get a win there. So I went in as defending champion technically, but this year's field was a little bit stronger than the field I was in last year. So I knew obviously it was going to be very hard to defend my title, but I felt quite good going into it. I've kind of had a good few weeks of training, and everything's been going pretty well since the UK Olympic trials. Since then, yeah, I've had that 5k in Hengelo where I ran a PB, so feeling good going in. Very strong field. The goal was kind of just to get out and put myself in a reasonably good position, but without being right up at the front. Get myself in a good spot, be smart throughout, and be ready for when it would start winding up with a couple of laps to go. And so yeah, I guess now we'll show some of the race. But yeah, incredible experience walking out onto that track. 60,000 people there in the crowd. It was very loud, and yeah, pretty nerve-wracking just being my first Diamond League experience and having that many people there, but such a cool experience and something not many people really ever get to experience. So yeah, very grateful to have had London as my first Diamond League experience, and yeah, I guess here we go with the Emsley Carr Mile.
And the European number 20 record holder for the Netherlands, John Bates, the commander of Poland, Ollie Hall of Australia, Andrew Foster of Ireland, Elliot Giles of Great Britain, Vincent Chete of the USA, Adam Fogg, the defending champion of Great Britain. So underway we go with one of the most prestigious miles. So real trouble there at the start. Gurley and Mills are bringing to the officials. But there were some problems and some early braking from the line there, but the average will continue down the back straight. Well, what a disappointment for Neil Gurley and for George Mills. Stu McSwain leading the main pack. Coca-Cola's in 5th position behind the pacemaker. Adam Fogg is about 5 from the back at the moment. Go on, Adam! As we say last year, the whole will go around the stadium. It's 495 in the Academy of Australia, the last one.
And in the long jump, it's the European and European and Olympic champion, Malika Mahatma, to open up round 4 out of 6.
Things stretching out front now as the Australian pair of McSwain and Hall, tracked by Elliot Giles, go with their compatriot, the pacemaker up front, Callum Davis. You see down the outside, good progress made by Adam Fogg in the dark colours, who's coming just behind Elliot Giles, in 4th place behind the pacemaker. The Wavelets are staying away out the front of the line. But all these athletes will...
Passed their 4th round, and she did it the 2nd round, so it's Jan Pino on the runway in 2nd place.
So the pacemaker has stepped off, and now it's Australia 1-2 with the clustered pack. Getting themselves gathered in behind Adam Fogg, who leads that pack in this Emsley Carr Mile, which has been run since the 1950s. It's named after a former news for world editor. And the athletes will sign, the ring athlete will sign the famous Emsley Carr book immediately after the conclusion of the race as well. But now the pack have come back to the two Australians out front. The blue figure is Vincent Chiete of USA. And also now the move being made by Dordas, who comes up in the third position. Abigail 252. Abigail, Stuart McSwain of Australia, who won this in 2018 when he was running this stadium. Ollie Hoare in second position for Australia. Dordas in third. Then comes Adam Fogdog. Go on, Adam! Go on! Behind those comes the exciting teenager Cameron Wise, the 18-year-old. The Australia under 20 record holder. We're seeing the pink colours moving past a couple now, including Chiete. Bashar is working hard. The experienced Spaniard in sixth position in the black colours. It's his first ever track mile. And Bashar is finishing strongly, coming around the outside. That threat's only one for Australia. Dordas and Norway. Bashar in the black and yellow. Gritting his teeth around the outside. Dordas getting away from the rest of the
Go on, Adam, push, mate, push, go on!
Alright, off to the track for another session today. Actually a double session day today. It's about 10 days post London Diamond League, and I've actually had another race since London Diamond League in Belgium just over the weekend. But yeah, London I was reasonably happy with. I think I tried to get myself in a good spot. Obviously there was a lot of carnage at the start, which is kind of the story of my life with racing at the moment. I feel like most of the races I've done this year, there's been a faller or two or three. Thankfully this time I was able to stay on my feet, and I just kind of stayed patient and tried to work my way through the field, get out kind of fairly steady and work my way up as the race kind of played out. Was reasonably far back through 400, and then kind of around 800 I was able to move up a little bit, and around 800 in I tucked in behind Elliot Giles. Was probably 155-ish through 800, so it was I think a little bit slower than planned, but I kind of put that down to the first 400 with the falls as well. It kind of felt quite slow early on, and then we kind of built into it over the second lap, and then with about 600 to go I was able to move past Elliot Giles, and Stewie McSwain and Ollie Hoare had kind of broken away, and I was then kind of bridging the gap from Ollie to the field, kind of trying to chase them down. And yeah, with 400 to go I think I'd just moved back into fourth. I think Nordas, the Norwegian, had come around me. I'd moved back into fourth, but we'd basically caught Stewie and Ollie, so I kind of put in a big shift to try and catch up to Stewie and Ollie, and it kind of worked out, but I was then reasonably tired. I think I was about 253 with 400 to go, maybe 253 high, 254 low. I actually don't know exactly, but ran as hard as I could the final lap and ended up 7th in 350. Was kind of right up there until about 150 to go, where I started getting overtaken a little bit. I was just a little bit tired, I think, from kind of working hard to bridge that gap. Overall, 350 mile, can't really complain too much. It's, my second fastest mile ever, and I split 335.1 through 1500. Overall, not too unhappy with it. And then raced in Belgium over the weekend just gone, and it was a massive field, another really busy start line. Kind of surprised everyone did stay on their feet. There was quite a lot of pushing and shoving. A few people did get clipped, but stayed on my feet again. Long story short, ended up third in my heat. Funnily enough, the B race actually had two guys run quicker than the winner of our race. Kind of fifth overall, but third in my race in 336.59, which definitely isn't what I went to Belgium for, but that's kind of just how the race played out. I put myself in a good spot early, right up at the front end of the field, hit the lead with 300 to go, and then just got overtaken by Sam Prakel and Sam Tanner. Sam Prakel's an incredibly consistent 1500 runner. I think his PB is 334. Sam Tanner is an Olympian going to this year's Olympics as well. 331 guy coming back from injury, but just got overtaken by those two in the last 50 meters. Kind of just the way it goes. I gave it my all and ended up third in 3:36. So yeah, now off to the track for the afternoon session of a double session day. Had a 4 mile tempo this morning, and yeah, it's the first double session day back in just over 2 months. It's been a while, and it's very warm today. 28 Celsius, 80-ish Fahrenheit. Warm one. It should be good.